Want to see what we're going to do before we do it? Want to join our email chain? Want to be able to take part in every poll we send out? Check out our link tree, linktr.ee/Forest and the Sea. It is a link to every bit of our social media from SoundCloud to Instagram. Find everything about the band at Linktree, linktr.ee/Forest and the Sea.
Hi, this is Ben from Forest and the Sea. Happy Memorial Day. I'm just going to keep this one short and sweet. Today we are looking at my drum setup. All the guitar players did their gear. They showed you their guitars, their pedals, all that good stuff. I'm just going to show you my drums. I just upgraded them within the last year. I'm really happy with the sound I have right now, and I think they look great too. So I'll go ahead and sort of show you all the stuff from the shells to the heads to the cymbals, hardware, all that good stuff. All right, hope you enjoy. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the drum set. Currently I'm playing a Gretsch late 60s round badge that has a 12-inch tom for the rack tom, 20-inch kick, and a 16-inch floor tom. It came with another 12-inch tom that was made into a snare. It's really deep sounding snare, really cool. I'm looking forward to exploring some different sounds with that. Now, with this, the original wrap was taken off of all these drums, then stained, and we had custom-made hoops put on as well. These wooden hoops really gives a nice, warm, sort of mellow tone to it, mellow sound. They still have the original die-cast hoops, which I'm going to take a look at as well, see which sound I want the most. Those are obviously a part of that great Gretsch sound is what they called it. I'm exploring different sound possibilities with the types of head I'm using and the types of rims. Right now I have Emperors, coated Emperors on all of my drums. Bass drum is going to be a Power Stroke 3. With these coated Emperors, that just means a 2-ply head, so 2 layers of drum head on there. Less sustain there. The less sustaining head mixed with the wooden hoop sounds pretty cool. I'm actually going to try Ambassadors now as well. That's by Remo. Those are going to be a 1-ply head. Just mixing between those 2 heads and seeing what sounds best with the different rims. As far as snare goes, I have a Gretsch Retro Lux here. This is a 14 by 6.5 snare, so the depth is 6.5 inches. Really nice sound. I have a snare weight on it for dampening. What's cool about this is you can flip it up like this. There's a magnet, so it just stays there, so you don't have any dampening. If you want to customize how much you have, you can also flip these. Really a nice piece of equipment to have. I like it a lot. As far as other dampening, as you can see there, I have gaff tape there, gaff tape here, just to fine-tune everything. And then I also have this drum rag. Any cloth will really do fine. What I like about this is that I can sort of control how much dampening I need, depending on maybe if I'm playing like a floor tom beat, things like that. I can move it up some or throw it off completely. So I have that option without changing too much. I used to use big fat snare drum heads. That's just like you're adding another ply or another laminate to the head to give it a thuddier sound or a different sound, but I don't really need that. The bottoms of all these heads for the snare and the toms are also just going to be clear Ambassador heads. For the resonant heads or bottom heads, whatever you call it. Hardware, we have DW5000 series bass drum pedal and hi-hat. Have this nice rock and sock throne. It's my favorite piece of equipment, have to stay comfortable. And then just Yamaha stands for the cymbal stands. On to cymbals, we have Zildjian K series hi-hat. This is a 14-inch hi-hat. Then we're on to a Dark Crash. This is a 16-inch thin crash, dark thin. Coming over here, we have a 20-inch K ride. Love this. And then last but not least, we have a Dark Crash. That's going to be an 18-inch. So I have a 16 and an 18-inch Dark Crash. All K-line. I really like the dark sound of those. Dark, warm sound. With this, I don't use this cymbal quite as much. I added a sizzle chain. This is by Tackle Instruments. I like this a lot because you can control this as well with how much. They have a little hoop there, so you can really decide how much you want. Or say you have a quick change, you can just wrap all those up and actually have it on top, so you don't have to worry about it all. For that reason, just in case, I also just take it off like that. I don't really put any fasteners on my cymbals, just for the sake of teardown. I think it makes life a little bit easier. I'm not going too crazy. I'm not worrying about cymbals flying off everywhere. Now, with my setup, I like to keep it as compact as possible. Make sure I'm not working too hard to play the same exact thing. So if you look here, I'm sort of playing just 3 different tiers, different heights. First one is going to be the tom and the snare. These are going to be the same plane, so that counts as 1. Next up after that, we have a hi-hat, rack tom, and ride. Those are all going to be the same level. And then the 2 crashes are going to be the same level after that. That just gives me 3 levels I have to worry about. I'm not going up and down like crazy. It's really easy to sort of feel your way around the kit. It's very comfortable for me. So that's what I'm currently working on. I adjust a lot depending on time. Like right now, I've had a lot of time to experiment with different sounds. I'm excited for these heads to come in so I can try different combinations of heads and rims like I was talking about. Sometimes, mainly right now, I've been using the ride right here next to the tom. That's working really well. I use the ride a lot. Before it was right here where the crash is, the 18-inch crash. I'll swap those around to see what works best. Never be afraid to try new things. Another thing I just found with this rack tom, you can see these. It is they're called booty shakers. You add them to your snare or your stand for your rack tom or snare, and what that does is it's like sort of like a foam, and it adds a little bit of room there. So you're not choking your tom's tone off as much with a stand if you use your rack tom with a stand. So that's really nice. It's definitely improved my sound with as far as like the warmth of these wooden hoops go, and then the 2-ply head. Chances are it can get a little thuddy. That really helped combat that as well, so I'm just worried about the tone. Overall, I'm really happy with my current sound. I'm excited to keep exploring, see what else I can do. Yeah, so in the comments, please go ahead, leave some things that you like about the setup. If you have any questions about how anything sounds as far as like the hi-hats, the drums, if you're looking into buying maybe the K-Line or Gretsch drums, go ahead. I really love all of these products. I'm very happy with all of them. Also, maybe take a picture of your setup. Let me see what you're playing on right now. It's a lot of fun. I like gear a lot. I like playing more, obviously, but it's really cool to see what all's out there. All right, thanks a lot. See you next time, guys.